This video shows you how to replace a fog light assembly on a C300 Mercedes Benz.
We're going to remove this fog light assembly, and to do this, you're going to make sure that your wheel is turned, giving you the most clearance for this side, and then you're going to start with removing the fog light grille. Now this is a T15 screw type, so there's 3 screws that hold it in. There's 1 screw here, 1 screw here, and 1 screw in the corner. Then you'll reach in and remove the fog light harness by pinching the 2 sides, then rotating the headlight counterclockwise, the head bulb, the fog light bulb counterclockwise to remove it. From this point, we're going to start working from the inside of the fender well. And I won't be able to give you guys a very good perspective because the camera angles will be wrong, but I'm just going to show you how this goes into place. So inside of this assembly is how this mounts. It has 4 mounting screws, and they're held in by T20 Torx screws. So we're going to open the fender liner, and from the back side we're going to remove the 4 units, and then pull out the old assembly, install the new assembly, and reverse procedure. This fog lamp also happens to have a new connector, which is great because this one has been jacked. Now we're looking at the inner fender liner, and we're going to remove a couple of plastic clips that hold the fender liner into place. So now we're on the inner fender liner of the fog lamp side that we're going to be replacing. This is the passenger side. It's the same procedure for the driver's side. There's 3 of these clips that hold this fender liner in, which is closing us out from getting to where we need to be. So to remove this, you can use a flathead screwdriver to pry underneath this top portion of the head. What I typically like to use is one of these clip removers because it makes my life easier. I slip it underneath the head of the clip that I'm trying to remove, and then just pull the pin backwards. Now once this pin has been pulled backwards, you should be able to just grab the pin and remove the rest of the clip. There's 3 on these sides that you'll have to remove. With the fender liner pulled back, you'll be able to see the fog lamp. We can see 3 of the screws. There's 1 more in the top right corner that we're going to replace. Those are T20, so I'm going to go ahead and pull those out and show you how to get the fog lamp out. With all 4 screws removed, the fog light assembly becomes loose, and you can then pull it through this fender opening. When you're putting the new fog light in place, you want to make sure that you had it in a similar position that you did the last time. If you need to reference the other side of the vehicle, you should do so now. So the easiest way to install the fog lamp is to start with the fog lamp in your hand through the front, grabbing the back, placing the lower end first, and then once the lower end is in, you'll push the top piece forward. There's a small little tab underneath here. Sometimes you need to push forward and over top of the fog lamp to pop it into place. Then you'll clock it into the right position and then go through and start installing the screws. So when you're reinstalling this, the first one's the hardest one to get into, which is why I chose to do it from the front. You might have a better chance doing it from the rear. It's all about the user. Once you get the first one into place, you just want to get it in a couple of threads. This will help you guide in the rest. Prematurely tightening one down will make it very difficult to get the remaining screws in. Now we're back to the front. We have our 4 T20 Torx screws installed and torqued down, and now we're just going to go ahead and put the connector back into place, which goes right to the back of the harness, of the light bulb. Now that that's on, what we're going to do is then test the light and make sure that the light angle is proper. Your adjustment screw is this piece right here, and if you feel from it in the back, you can manipulate it. You can use a flathead screwdriver, or you can grab a small socket and then turn it that way. I suggest using the small socket and leaving this front grille piece off until you have it properly leveled. Now that you know your fog lights work, that everything is in position, you'll then reinstall your fog light grille cover with the 3 screws. So get it into position, grab your T15, and screw it back together. After this, you'll then replace the 3 small plastic clips that were holding on your fender liner. Reinstalling the fender liner requires no tools. You'll first start by placing it back into position, then taking one of your clips with the pin pulled all the way out, and by pressing on the base of the clip, not the pin, you'll reinsert them back into their holes. Once they're fully seated, you'll then press the pin in and they won't fall back out.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.